TLDR for this video, it's going to be a lot of me talking. So if you don't want to listen to 32 minutes of me talking, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's a lot of me trauma dumping and talking and saying a bunch of sad shit. So get ready for that. Hey guys, it's me. You're probably wondering where I've been, why I haven't uploaded in a year. So I'm going to come on here and explain. I've not made a video in so long. Yeah, I've been through a lot this past year. Probably the worst year of my life. Probably the most, I don't know, dude. I don't even know how you'd explain it. It feels like every time I tried to make a video, it was just something. It was always just something. But the beginning of last year, before I even started making videos again, like the Miku video, the content warning, I had started working a retail job, and I was doing 40-hour weeks. And when I first started this channel, you know, I was 15 years old, and now I'm about to turn 20. And when you're a 15-year-old, it's a lot easier just to post videos because you're in school. And to be honest, sorry if you hear my cat. He is locked in a bathroom right now because he keeps trying to escape out my window. And I can't really do anything about that right now. So, but when you're a 15-year-old, it's a lot easier, you know, to make videos because I don't know. It's just I didn't really pay attention in school. I didn't do my homework until the very end of the year. I barely passed, and back then it was a lot easier for me to obsess over this video stuff. It was a lot easier for me to just, this was my obsession, you know, and I became such a perfectionist through that to where I didn't want to upload anything, and I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to keep making cardboard videos and stuff, and there's just so much that happens when you become an adult. And I just want to preface this. When I turned 16, I had to move out of where I was staying with my dad, and that was like, you know, most kids don't move out to their, I don't know, 19, 20, they go to college. I don't have that normal life or those normal things. I'm not here to trauma dump or explain my life because I don't think that's meant for this channel, but I'll just say, like, shit has been happening ever since I was young, and I've always been just having to work with it and having to struggle through it. And video making, YouTube in general, is my passion, but it's hard when you're an adult. It's so hard. I mean, to start off, this year, I was living with someone, and that kind of fell through. Right when the Miku video dropped, it was just a big thing, and I was homeless for a bit. I wouldn't say exactly homeless, but I was staying at friends' houses. I was, I was literally, like, I slept in my car 1 or 2 nights. I slept at a friend's house. I was sleeping at other people's houses. I finally found a place to stay. He is freaking out because he hears me talking, and he thinks that he can get out now. I really don't want to let him out because he keeps trying to escape through my window, my AC in my window, and he just, so if y'all hear him, I'm sorry. the cat of background noise. I'll let him out in a minute, but if I'm filming, I can't really pay attention to him. But yeah, I was basically homeless, had no money, and yeah, I was screwed. But I found a place to go. One of my friends, Austin, he's in old videos. He was like, "Hey, come stay up here at this place that I'm at." And I did, and I was able to afford rent, but I was working hard at my job. I didn't have any time for videos, and when I did, I was burnt out. And not only that, I had to focus on, like, my relationships in real life, hanging out with people. You know, you only get to be an adult once, and it's just, that's what I was doing. And making videos just didn't seem like that important to me anymore. But it is important to me. It's just, I didn't feel like I was going to go anywhere with YouTube, or that this career was ever going to take off. You know, I'd become very burned out, and I have such a habit for making 2 or 3 videos and then just leaving, and that's just kind of me. I want so bad to, like, have a consistent schedule or have a consistent upload, but it just doesn't work like that. But anyway, besides that, then you know, I was having a terrible time at my job that I was working, the retail job. I had a cancer scare at the ripe age of 19. Yeah, I had a cancer scare while I was working at that job. And I was pretty sure, because the doctors were basically giving me no other option. They were just saying, hey, we really don't know what this is. To be fair, it was lumps in my chest. And I was like, hey, this is weird. And they were like, yeah, basically the only signs point to is it's either something very simple or you have cancer. And that sucked really bad while I was having to work this job, pay my rent, pay for my gas, my food, barely having any money to survive, and then being scared that I was going to have cancer. And that feeling of feeling like you've never achieved anything in life, plus the fact of it maybe ending, was, oh, it was so depressing. And it made me kind of rethink life. But eventually, you know, doctor said I don't have cancer, luckily, or I would have made this video a lot sooner. But after the doctor said that, I had to have a surgery and everything before they even could tell me. And in having that surgery at my retail job, they basically acted like they didn't care. Basically, we're treating it like my I don't know what you would call them, my bosses were basically saying, like, for example, I went into work and I said, hey, I'm going to have to be off Monday because I'm having a surgery. And they said, okay. I went in the next day. I told them I couldn't lift heavy things because I had just been stitched up. And they basically said I shouldn't be there if I can't do my job. Even though they told me that it would be okay. They told me it would be fine. My bosses basically told me, like, hey, yeah, you're not going to be able to work. You need to take a leave. And I couldn't afford that. Basically, I couldn't afford to take a leave off work, and they had no sympathy, really. It was just a fact of, yeah, you can't work, so I don't really, you know, I don't see what you're doing here. And that was a big breaking point mentally, because I had no money to support myself. YouTube, which is what I've been wanting to do since I was literally an 8-year-old, I couldn't be doing because of being an adult. And all of this mental stress all at once, I just quit the job. And of course that put more mental stress and financial stress on me because I'm now have no money for what I need, and I have no money, and I basically just am jobless. And then I started a new job. It was a factory job. It was overnights, and that was even worse. I mean, I'm still working it now, but yeah, awful. So the first night I started my factory job, or the first few nights where I was like actually working, I was driving my car overnights. They switched my shift from day to night, like basically immediately. And I crashed my car. I fell asleep at the wheel, and I crashed my car, and that was it. That was basically the hammer on the head, you know, for my life, because that car was a car I've had since I was 16 years old, and I care about that car a lot. And when it was gone, or when I crashed it, I just broke down. I mean, I was awake 1 second, and the next I woke up, my car was obliterated. And I was, it's not just that. I could have easily died if I was a couple seconds off, because I hit a semi-truck. And, if I was a couple seconds off, that could have been it. And all these near-death experiences have made me realize that YouTube is what I want to do so bad. But life is just so like, it'll humble you so hard. And I mean, it was just, I don't know. This past year has really broke me down mentally to a point where I know that YouTube is what I want to do. I know that this is what I want, but I don't feel like I'm fit for it. I don't feel like I'm made out for it because I don't know. But it's what I want more than anything. And it's not just to have money or to be financially stable or to even like have fame or have people like me. It's because I want to make stuff. I want to make art. I want to be proud of myself, I guess, in a way like that matters. And I know I'm getting on my YouTube channel and getting on the soapbox, and it's the first time I've ever done that on this channel, but I just feel like I have to, you know, because I feel like you guys need an explanation for like me disappearing for years and me coming back and then me disappearing, and it's always been something that is a good enough reason, I believe, in my mind, like you know, like a reason that matters. God dang it. Can I? You almost let a witch in, villager. But anyway, yeah. And the past year, like, I'm gonna go forward and say the old cardboard designs, there'll be new ones, and I want to go back to making cardboard videos, but it's just been a hard year, and it's not like it's really even been a YouTube break or that I've had a chance to recover from burnout, because I have just been so burned out on life. And, you know, I thought I was making really good progress back when Miku happened, the Miku concert, and the whole content warning. Like, I really thought that this was it, because I had got in with other YouTubers that I really like I won't mention names, but they're 3D animators. They're, you know, people that inspired me a lot with phases I was going through on YouTube, and just talking to them and networking with them and kind of just like, you know, becoming friends with them. I really thought I was on the right track here to have something, but it's just life really got in the way, you know. Life really messed up this whole situation. So yeah, life has humbled me. I planned on making a whole big video, which I will do soon, but yeah, I didn't really plan this video. I just want to get on and talk, because I feel like that's what I need to do, is just be completely open and vulnerable about this whole situation, because I felt pretty alone in it. I felt pretty depressed. I kind of wanted to make this video in June for, you know, men's mental health, but I didn't even feel like getting up and doing that. I've been dealing with so much more in life. Instead of focusing on myself and what I want, I've been focusing on everybody else, really. I don't know if that makes sense, but YouTube is what I want. And if it's not YouTube, it would be just making videos or making content or making art, I guess. I don't know if I could call my cardboard videos art particularly, but it's what I love doing, and it's what I've always wanted to do since I was like a kid watching Tobuscus and Stampy. But yeah, life just had other plans for me, you know. And I won't say I'm grateful for, like, the life that I have now. I mean, I live in a nice place now because of Austin, and I have time when I'm not having a panic attack about something else in my life, or literally just being so mopey, like just so out of it. I'm always just so out of it, and it never, ever just stops for a minute to let me go back to being, you know, when I was able to make videos at 15 years old and when I was obsessed with this. But I've just been through so much, and it's like, yeah, life really hit me like a train, dude. Like, the hardest you could be hit, I got hit over and over and over and over, and it just never stopped. And so making videos just wasn't as important to me, to be honest. It was just it wasn't on my priority list because I wasn't happy enough, and I didn't want to be coming on these videos looking happy if I wasn't happy. And I'm still not, but I didn't want to be fake for YouTube, really. I couldn't be fake for YouTube anymore. It just wasn't possible. And so I want to come back, and I mean, it would be great to get money from YouTube. It would be great to have money. But I'm really just a 19-year-old all by themselves. You know, I had plans to go to college, but I financially can't. I had plans to, you know, have a life that wasn't like working a blue-collar job, because I hated that idea for myself in high school. But I never applied myself in high school, so, you know, I get what I get. I applied myself to YouTube more than I did high school. And that screwed me, because I thought that, you know, if I just applied myself to YouTube enough, I would have the money I would need in the future, and I wouldn't have to rely on some job. And, you know, it's just not as realistic as I thought back then. I was very ambitious as a kid, but a lot of people saw that ambition as stupid, and, you know, sometimes I agree with them. You know, I probably should have just been applying myself more in high school and shot for a mediocre life, but that I literally could not see myself being happy in that mediocrity, and I'm stuck in it now. I'm just stuck in this mediocre life where just this is it, you know. I'm going to work at 10 o'clock at night, and I'm coming home at 7, and then I sleep through the day, and then I just work again, and it pays the bills, but it's not making me happy, and it's not making me feel fulfilled in life. I'm just looking for other fulfillments in life, and none of them are working either. I've known since I was a kid, like, YouTube is my fulfillment, but I don't want to follow the same, you know, like when I was 15, and it was just like looking up, how do you get more viewers? How do you get more subscribers? How do you get more? And it's just all this fake shit, you know, like, you need a hook at the beginning of your video. You need to get all these dopamine fried people to enjoy and watch your entire video. And it's like, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I grew up on YouTube. That's not what YouTube's supposed to be. Mr. Beast, like, videos, oh my god. I tried making one, you know, I tried the whole dream thing, I tried Gmod, I tried everything, but none of those were what I actually wanted to do. It was just trying to grow a community, and that's probably why I'm burned out, to be honest, is I just made videos that I didn't want to make, but I just thought that other people would. I thought that maybe that's how I get big as a YouTuber, and I realized the goal is not about being big on YouTube, it's about doing YouTube, you know? But that's not realistic either. And I don't know. Over these last few years, I've lost friends that I really cared about. Not for anything specific, just falling outs, and I've lost people I care about for the same reasons, and I've lost family members through actual death, and it just all has been so much for my brain, and it feels like I've had so much burnout and so much just so much stuff happening in my life. Damn it. So much stuff happening in my life that I can't put myself to make a video and feel fake, you know? And feel like nothing's wrong or that I'm doing just fine. And I think that's what's burning me out the most is I keep going along like everything is okay. Like a lot of YouTubers do, you know? Like YouTubers I cared about that just acted like everything was okay, and behind the scenes they were really going through the worst shit ever and just acting fine. And I'm not fine. I'm struggling so much in every aspect of life, and I don't care to admit it anymore, really. And I don't really care if it's embarrassing if other people hear that. Because at the end of the day, it's just the truth. And I don't really care how many people watch this video. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I owe an explanation to my friends that I made last year, and you know, where have you been? Why haven't you posted a video? Why haven't you been uploading? You have potential. I hear that all the time. You have potential to make it. You have potential to do it. And it's like, I can feel it. I know I do. But it's so hard to get up and want to do it. And it's not because I don't love doing this, because I love doing this, but I just don't know what to do. I don't know. I mean, I've just... I'm gonna be cutting this video a lot of my ums and uhs, and a lot of the times where I'm not talking, but yeah. I realize I say a lot. That's what you get when you get an unscripted admissive video. I think I'm gonna die here. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. There are monsters nearby. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, I'm taking this up. I had a lot of fun making my Gmod videos. Like my hide and seek and stuff, and I had fun making those videos, but I never felt like fulfilled in them, I guess. I'm trying to figure out what else to talk about, because this is going to be a lot of editing. I have 25 minutes of editing so far. But yeah, life has not been the greatest to me. But I won't say like there wasn't good parts. I made a lot of friends through that job at the retail job, and I mean I live in a better situation than I did before when I was at the Miku thing. I live in a, you know, I'm a lot happier where I'm at, but life is still, I mean, I still have to pay bills. I still have to work. I still have to eat, and you know, but there's a lot that, comes with that burnout, and there's a lot of pressure now that I'm getting older, and I'm 20 or almost 20 now, and there's a lot of pressure of, is my career with this what I really want to do gonna go anywhere? Is it going to, succeed? And it won't if I don't make videos, but I'm just stuck, And I think a lot of people are in that situation too, but I don't know what to do. And trust me, I wanted to make this a full cardboard video, but my camera broke. And the battery for it doesn't work anymore. And it's just, I can't even do that. And people are saying, well, do it with your phone camera. And it's like, no, because that's not an admissive video then. That's not me. And not only that, it's just not what I want. And trust me, I've been making videos every single month, dude. But I delete them. I mean, I was making a video called, I made this entire video in Windows Movie Maker, and it was going to be, the entire video was edited through Windows Movie Maker, and I was going to be talking about the software and talking about how it works. And then I made a video for 3D Movie Maker, Windows 3D Movie Maker, and then I made a video about Silent Hill 2, and I was working on a video for rhythm games, and I had so many planned out videos that were pretty great. I was even getting into A-Sprite, doing pixel art. I was animating. I mean, I was on Blender. I had my own model that I was working on. I had all sorts of 3D animation and stuff that I was getting into. I was getting into 2D art more. And I've been working on so much stuff. I mean, I even have a website now. If you go and check my website, it's still in progress, but I have a website that I made. It's on my channel description, and that, that took me a while, but that's something I've been doing, and it's not like I haven't been trying for YouTube or trying for my career, but there's only so much I can do. And especially with, like I said, just the mental burnout of everything. But yeah, I'm just tired of acting like everything's okay in my life, I guess. And I didn't want to make a cardboard video where I'm happy and being my, I guess it's a persona without everyone knowing the truth about why I take so long to make videos, or why I'm gone for so long, or why I'm inactive for so long, or why I'm not responding to messages from my friends, or not being online. It's just because I'm not okay. And I don't have the money to turn to resources. Like, I don't, there's no money. My health insurance ran out, so there's no money I could pay to a therapist, to go and talk about these problems and fix my life up. And it's not like I would have the time off work to do that anyway if I wanted to. And it's not like I would have the money to take a week off, or ever in my life since I was 15 years old, to take a week off of my life and just, be okay. And I'm not able to heal from anything that's happened in my life because I don't have the time. And I don't have the resources. So I don't know if this video is like a cry for help or just me talking, but yeah. I think being transparent is the best thing I can do, really. But maybe this video will help someone that's struggling, and they look at my videos and they say, he doesn't look like he's struggling. He looks like he's doing great in life. But in reality, I think everyone is. And there's a lot of people dealing with the same situation I am, in poverty. In America, especially right now, the entire situation with everything, politically even, it's just... And not having the money, or not having because me personally, I don't really, I don't want a lot of money. I just want enough to be comfortable and to do the things I want to do in life. And YouTube seemed like my way to do that and do the things I want to do in life, but it wasn't realistic, and that sucks. And it feels very it's defeating. It feels like the end of my world, which I guess is why I don't really know what else to say for this video. I guess I just wanted to get on and talk my heart out, and maybe give an explanation for my upload schedule, or not even a schedule, my upload consistency, and where I've been and why I've been so distant with everyone, especially I know to the people in my 3D server of 3D animators that I talk to, and brilliant, talented people that I love to death, that I just haven't been active in, or haven't been passionate about like I was, or haven't been there. And this past year has absolutely killed me. I mean, it's just destroyed me as a person. But yeah, I really did just want to, I don't know, I feel like you guys are owed something, and I feel like if anyone else is struggling out there, it just might make someone else feel better to know that you're not alone in that struggle. And if your career, is YouTube and you're feeling the same way, I understand it, at least, and I know what it's like. But yeah, I love you guys. I'm gonna get off here and actually play the game with my friends, and I do plan to come back to YouTube soon. I just need some more time. And yeah, I love you guys.